So, hello everybody, this is Real Talk. This is your host, Pablo Rapado. I am here with one of my favorite people in the world. Graduated at Mirecourt Violin Making School with the highest honors, worked at Manuel Gradumat Rare Violins in New York and Florian Leonard in London. It has been awarded gold and silver medals at the Violin Society of America Violin Competition, at Concorso Internazionale di Liuteria Santa Cecilia di Roma, and the prestigious Sacconi Medal at the Triennale di Cremona. He is one of the most sought-after makers of our time due to his high craftsmanship, sound-seeking, and beautifully aged varnishing. King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Welcome, David Leonard Wiedmer. How are you, brother?
I'm good, thank you. It's a bit too much what you said, but one just thing, I worked as well for Alexander Snikovsky because I have to
It's true.
honor every maestro that teach me something, and he did a lot as well.
I'm sorry, I forgot that part. You know, this is my first interview. I'm a little bit nervous.
So do I.
So, man, I have this concept that I have created. You know, I'm a person that talks like real all the time because of my condition. Who cares? And I want that the person that talks with me speaks real. So I have made some questions, man, and I want you to answer to me straight, like real talk, man. Like
Are you sure about
let's
this?
talk. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, don't think about the possible consequences that it's gonna have. Just talk straight.
I will think about it anyway.
You'll think about it anyway. Look, man. So the first question, just to amuse bush, is, man, what are you working on right now?
Now I'm finishing an interpretation of a De Jesus, and I'm varnishing Strad model, like open, not a copy, but in Strad style.
Freestyle.
And yes, most of the time I prefer to do it like this, because copy I can do properly one time, but if I have to do 2 times the same instrument, that turn crazy and sad and doesn't. For me, it's not really interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry for my English.
It's absolutely fine. We are not going to apologize for our our language. I mean, it's strange to talk with you in English because we always speak in French, but yeah, we will try to adapt. Man. How long is your list right now of waiting list? How long?
It has been several years that I didn't take a commission. The thing is, I stopped until 2029, but for the moment, it looked like I already have a bit of delay on this list. So I guess I will finish it around 2030 or something like this. Let's see how it goes, because sometimes mind change, and I can be free before, but yeah, it is like.
Look, I always love the fact that you prioritize people before dealers, even though it affects me, because I don't know if the people know, but I have David and me, we met when I was in New York during my studies. I absolutely forgot that I met you. And then one day I see your work in Facebook, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I contact you and I said, man, you have to do violin for me. And you're like, Pablo, man, how are you? And I'm like, really? And we have been friends since. You made this beautiful Del Gesu copy of Pinka Superman that I sold, and I regret ever since that I sold it, because now I cannot get a hand on a violin of yours, man, even if I want. But it feels good that you prioritize the people, you know, the students over the dealers, because this is the real people that need the instrument.
That's the thing, because every time someone asks, it's always for the moment heartbreaking to say I'm sorry. Because everyone try, a way or another, and all the way I've been filled up, so I cannot do it. Even some crazy musician, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I could find a way, and but so of course dealers they don't expect for the career. They expect for a sell. But maybe in the future I will be able. I mean, I have some violin that I had to meet for dealers that I didn't make it. And when I will reopen, of course, I will contact them because they were waiting, and I will see how it goes. But every time you have a musician, you know that you can make a change for them, so you do it.
Exactly, man. It's I mean, I understand that everybody is trying to make money, but there are some people that want to make music, and that's the most important, man. Is it true that before Pinka Zuckerman, Janine Jansen, Julian Rachlin, and so many others, was I the first one to order a violin?
Not the first one, but you were kind of
No.
other.
Before these people, I
Oh
was.
yeah, of course you did before.
So can we state that I discovered David Leonard Wiedmer?
My God. Okay, this is your channel. Of course you did. You did. You teach me everything.
You have to give it up for me, man. No, but
yeah.
you know why I'm asking you this actually? Because some store wrote in my comments like, and I'm like, man, don't fuck with me, man. I'm not bullshitting, man. Remember, this is real talk.
I know, but the fact is, I can see when there is different type of dealers
Well, for sure.
in the world, and you have the passionate musician who start to geek on violins and start to really have a knowledge, and that's your case. There is different type of it, and of course with social media.
Yeah.
Since a lot of people are trying to follow everything like you did, and have the big picture is pretty good in the market.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying always I'm a violinist most of it, and I always try since I'm 18 as a mode of survival to deal with instruments, and I always concentrated about the sound, always. But now I understand that there is some criteria to build an instrument and to even win competitions with it. But I know about these facts much less, and I wanted to ask you, as a winner of international violin competitions, very important, what are the criteria to be judged in a competition like this? It's just the furniture. What is that?
It depends of the competition. The VSA, I like it because, for example, the Triennale. One thing I was a bit in the last couple of edition a bit frustrated for colleagues because didn't participate it, but there were crazy violin who didn't won the competition. Is the fact that in Triennale, for example, they only have one musician and for each instrument. This is a problem because if a musician really loves one instrument, it will give him maybe too much point compared to the craftsmanship sometimes. And one of the tricky thing is sometimes you like an instrument because you feel at home, but not because the instrument is the best. So it depends. If someone always played on Eva Pirati string, for example, and you set up your violin with Titanium Solo or Peter Enfeld,
the red flag.
They will not feel it, the feeling they are used to. So that can remove a lot of points, and sometimes it's unfair. And just because they have the same strings, it can give him more points. So that's why in VSA I prefer, because there is 3 different musicians for each category. So that make it more even. The best would be to ask every musician which string they are playing, and have one domestic player, one Pirazzo, and one Larsen maybe, to have kind of a mixture. But no, they try to VSA. The first VSA attempt, I did the the biggest mistake, because I tried to do an instrument not too much antique. And when I went to the judge to see what happened with my violin, say, you did exactly what you shouldn't do, because we have two categories, full varnish or antique. And as an antique, it's not enough, and we cannot put it in full varnish. So
Yeah.
I was okay. Next time I will do it. But VSA move a lot as well. I mean, last VSA, when I saw the result, I thought they were pretty severe, tough with
severe.
the result. Yeah. I had some friends who did it, and I have a friend who had a silver medal at last edition, and I saw his violin before he sent it. And
He sent
for
to
me,
you?
no, he sent it to. No, I was in his workshop in Cremona. He showed me. I saw the violin. In my time, it would have been a gold medal for craftsmanship for sure. I don't know about the son because I didn't hear it, but I was surprised that he had silver, because you know, the evolution of violin making is going high. So maybe a silver medal of today VSA compared to a gold medal 15 years ago.
It's different.
So
okay, so it's a real interesting, and you explained it really well. One of the things that you said that catch my attention away from the technical things of the competition is sometimes the violin has to be a match with you. I mean, all the time it has to be a match with you.
Of course.
And some students sometimes often come to my house and they show the instruments to the teachers. Of course, you always have to have more eyes, but I think it's important for them to take responsibility for their purchases. Is if they have a girlfriend, they are not going to ask me, Pablo, what do you think about my girlfriend? So why would they ask the teachers? If you like the instrument, you should go with it.
It depends on which age, because
all right, fair enough.
Somehow you have some student. I mean, how to say this? I don't want to have problem with musician, but sometimes when you listen to them, you don't have to listen to them, because
to the teachers, you mean?
No, to the musician as a maker. Because what I'm saying is that if someone like really dark sound and he play dark and ask for a dark instrument, somehow you shouldn't listen to him, because
that's great.
If someone like dark sound, he will try to find it in an instrument. So you have to make it actually more about the rest of the instrument, more focus, because otherwise it will be dark on dark and it will miss something. So you have to add the something. You know, you sometimes a teacher for a student know what is missing, and he knows that if you give the instrument that will push him in this direction, it will make him better. Right. So if you give it the same nature, it will just stay at this level. But you cannot be against a nature, but you have to.
The nature.
It's sensitive, yeah. So sometimes music. I mean, if the teacher is really about this, because some teachers either they don't care, either they want to make money on instruments, and this is bad. But some really say, okay, this guy has a lack of shiny things. Everything is too, it's dark, it's wide, but not precise enough. We need to give him an instrument that teach him something different.
So if I understood correctly, like there is ways of sounds. It can be darker or it can be brighter. So if the idea of the student is to sound bright, and the idea of the teacher will be to sound dark, there will be a really conflict, yes? But if we are talking purely technique, it has walls, it's not precise, it doesn't respond correctly, that's universal, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the details thing, I mean, you know, for a young player at the beginning, it depends where it is. I mean, when they start and they have the first full-size violin, you have to make an easygoing violin who gets dark and white really easily, some soft string, because they have to find this kind of tempo, this kind of darkness.
Yeah.
If you give it a too sharp instrument, they will not be strong enough to find this. But as soon as they feel they have the idea of this wide feeling, you can have something more precise, and they will find a way. And then this is more dense. You know, it's not just easygoing. They just compress the sound to make it wide, and it's another dimension.
I understand this, and it also leads me to my next question, because we are talking about quality of sound and different quality of sounds. And my fifth question is very real question. Is there a way to shape the sound? I mean, you just said yes, so the answer is already yes. But is there a way to shape the sound by working with the wood in a certain way? I mean, like you can't really predict what a violin is gonna sound like.
That's why most of the musician and violin maker are turning crazy, because we make so many theories, but sometimes one thing just collapses everything, and you have to rebuild. But it's knowledge, so you just create theories to kind of have a good intuition.
Yeah.
Intuition. So yes, of course, you have some logical things, and sometimes you're surprised to just give you a slap and say, yeah, well, there is something you didn't understand. So you have to. But the only thing I would say is, yeah, the good way to make a violin is to adapt. There is no. I wish I would be Zlatan Ibrahimovic and say the good way to make an instrument is my way, but
well, we hear this a lot from makers. Yes, like I do the things right, everybody else has no fucking idea. This is the old paradigm of the makers. But in this direction that we are taking, you agree that there is certain matter of luck that an instrument has to have. I mean, you can put it in the direction at 73%, but the last whatever percent, I don't know how to make math, is due to luck.
At the beginning, but every time you more and more you make, yeah, it's a question of percentage, because more you have experience.
Yeah, I mean the percentage can go up in the craftsmanship.
A bit high, bit.
I will tell you why I'm asking this. You know, the last time you and me had pizza in Cremona, good pizza, by the way. The day before or the day after, I was invited to a vernissage in a bar. Vernissage is like people putting their art in, I don't know, in a disco, in an optic, because everything is saturated in Cremona. So I was invited to this bar, and there was 3 people exposing their instruments. And one of those instruments was from a woman, about 30 years of age, and she was she just finished her studies, and the violin was fucking incredible. Everything was incredible. The 4th string was monstrous. The D string was really timbre. The A string really singing, and the E string silver. When I saw that violin, I bought it like right away. What is that? And I sold it like incredibly fast. How is that possible? How is that possible? A student.
It's the same with it's same with musician. Your intuition is right. I mean, how you think the thing. You can be lucky. At the beginning, it's really. I have to say, you make one good, one bad, one good, one bad, and then you see why you get up and down, and so you can have a better average every time. You know.
All right.
So this is something
that makes sense.
Yeah, you cannot. I mean, even with experience, I see this in every maker. So at the beginning, it's a bit. So if you're lucky, good, but you cannot. I know a musician who tried. It was she tried a Gada instrument one day,
Gada.
And she was really amazed by the instrument. So she put in her mind that she need a Gada. So she tried to find one, and the first time she had one was available for sale, she bought it, but it was not good instrument.
But are we talking about Mario or about Gaetano?
It was Mario on plus of that. So it's really
Brother, every time
yeah.
every time I listen Mario Gada, I run away.
Yeah, but
Jesus Christ.
sometimes I mean you have some. So that's the thing. You can be lucky. A name is it could rely on some good stuff, but you can have some. There is some musician who has some kind of cheap instrument, but it worked really well.
So sometimes you can get lucky. I understand, but
yeah.
the thing that is gonna mess up my questions because it's not really the next one. But I wanted to ask you, what is the real what is the disadvantage to have an instrument with not the right measurements, from your point of view, not from mine?
How to say? There is with my colleague. I mean, my colleague did several instruments, small size, and it worked really well. And to be honest, on small person, it's better to have small
Well,
size.
if you don't really know what I mean, most people buy instruments from Magnolia Kirchen, which are 36 plus. So I'm not talking about a small. I'm talking about bigger.
Yeah. Of course, on the market, we know that a big instrument. We have this in mind that it will be difficult to sell it, and it's always because everyone say it. And I don't go in big size instruments. Sometimes I adapt for small size because now we have even with short string lengths, we can make cool stuff. But yeah, on big instruments could be trouble, and sometimes.
But why?
Especially for viola. I mean, there is a lot of fashion in viola, so it's tricky for me to make viola because everyone wants a 42. 5 years later, everyone want a small size. Well,
yeah. So it is tricky to sell violas.
It's
I don't buy violas
because the standard is not really well set. But if you play 5 minutes on a 42.5 viola, could be amazing. But making a
career out
every
of it,
day, you have some problem with your
tunnel carpian the tunnel syndrome, and it messes up also for violinists. Like it messes up your intonation when you really go to standard. You're like, holy shit! I wasted all my life. That was my feeling when I got my first good instrument when I was 25 in New York, the Spitlen. I don't know if you remember this instrument.
Yeah,
everything was so easy. And before I have this big fucking German Magnolia Kirchen, Stein.
No, but this is a real problem. If you make some study with a problematic instrument, you have to spend so much energy on adapt to the instrument, and you have only one time in your life some lesson. So if you can focus your energy about musicality, about everything, because your tool is good, you give. You take so much point. If you have to adapt all your classes to your instruments, you lose time. You lose, and it's
exactly. And to play violin is quite difficult already.
Yeah.
So it is what I tell the students. Like, man, when you have a 9,000 euro budget or 8,000 euro budget, you are actually buying an instrument that has been sold in an auction in France or whatever for 1,000 euros, and you're paying 8 for it. It wouldn't be better to ask for a loan to bank and to pay for some other instrument that goes from 15 on, because this way you guarantee that this 15,000 is worth, and then you can sell it later for the same or for more money. That's what I'm trying to say to these people. But it's difficult because nobody has money right now.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
has money.
you can still find some cool stuff around 10
Around 10.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to really search for it, you know?
And to be lucky and
Yeah.
everything. That's tricky. It's I mean, but if you play on many instruments, you try many things, and you,
Yeah, you're knowledgeable.
yeah, you have to do this because
Yeah.
it's really difficult. Everyone is anxious and scared, so that's why somehow, even for me, I see some musicians, they never try one of my instruments, but because they heard about me,
Yeah.
they ask me, and I can see in their eyes they see a solution on me, but in me. But if they didn't try, it's just fantasy. Because if
Yeah. In their
they have
mind.
something in mind, yeah, they can be really disappointed if everyone say this is really cool. So I don't take. I used to not take. I don't take a commission anyway, but orders anyway. But I used to not take orders if someone didn't try it because.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit ridiculous. That's keeping it real, David.
Mm,
And in this matter, about we are talking about a little bit market now. You
mm.
remember some years ago, I sent you some pictures, right? About yeah, about the inside of a violin, right?
Mhm.
So for the people that are listening this interview, there is some makers that claim that they make the instruments themselves, and they don't. And why I can say this is because this particular person that lives in Spain, and I'm not gonna unveil who he is, uh, from I have snapshots of him because he's so dumb that he puts every instrument that he sells, and from the space of 1 year and a half, he sold 18 instruments, including 4 cellos. So my question for you, David, is there some violin maker that can make 18 instruments in 1 year and a half?
Uh, I will tell you because I know who, and as soon as you show me some pictures, I saw some other picture who was problematic, and he shared it, and it was funny for me because you could see that in some stage there is things that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, we are not going to say what. We are not going
Yeah,
to say
yeah.
what. But
But no, this is a real problem, and most of the time, these people, if you, as a maker, ask them, they say, "Yeah, well, my art is to select well, and I have a special secret with the bass
yeah,
bar and blah blah blah."
all right.
They can say this to a maker to have an excuse, but if say so, you ask him, but tell it to musician, and he don't want it. Um, this is tricky because um, since you show me this, and I have another concern about violin making, which is now because you can scan instrument and then reproduce the art. C'est bon là?
So uh, I think we have to make the question again because it got lost in translation. So I was asking you, like this guy was doing 18 instruments in a year and a half, if that was possible, and that you found something inside some other violins that also give you the malocchio. So what is your take on that? What is going on, David?
I mean, it has in the past. I mean, Guillaume did some instrument in Mirko and all this, so it's kind of sad because now the making is kind of expensive. So if you do this, but you say this is a workshop instrument and it's a decent price, but if you set it on top of 20,000, it's a problem. To be honest, it's a big problem.
Yeah.
I cannot say anything because I'm a maker, so I don't want to have trouble. It's pretty rare, but
It
it
happens.
happens. So my guess would be for musician who to buy instrument, they should ask some picture in several stage of craftsman, and you can recognize the wood.
Yeah,
To be honest,
smart.
I was thinking, because the inside work, we in the future we will be able to see if it's made in Romania or China. We will be able. Of course, if the violin maker has a name and everything, the restorer, when they will see it, they will not say anything, or they will try to clean a bit the inside. I already, as a restorer, I already opened a kind of Antoniazzi instrument that I have to remove some mark.
Another night.
Gada
and Antoniazzi are two makers to run away from.
Yeah, I mean, but it's Italian. It's a bit oldish, so yeah, we will not say it anything. But and the market, I mean, there is some people. We will be disappointed in the future, and it's not really honest. And to be honest, as a philosophical point of view, there is many makers who do everything by hand, and if you want to make money or feel something, it's about enjoying making what you're doing, and to be
exactly.
And yeah, I mean, some people take so much space because they can make so many instruments because they don't make them. To be honest, I was thinking about doing something about this and have kind of certification of, but I didn't find. There is some young people.
That could attest.
I need an informatician and all this thing. It's a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money to invest to make a kind of website to do this, kind of a label. And to be honest, I already thought about everything to make the diplomatical issue good that everyone is interested in. The fact is, it will be a lot of work
and a lot of legal, fees,
and you have to find the right person, because informatician, they are kind of, how to say, they are really in project quickly, but they go out quickly as well. That's a first problem. And I don't want to spend so much energy and have so much. It would put me in trouble with many makers.
Of course.
So I was like, it's a nightmare. But I'm still thinking about it, because
this shit kind
investment. Because now it's buying an instrument is an investment, and some people don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. It's outrageous, and it's lying to people. And I want to say to the audience, whatever, I wish I could tell who this guy is from Spain. But legally, I will get in a lot of fucking trouble. Yeah, I cannot really, because from a point of view legal, maybe he can claim that the instruments are his since he varnishes them.
No, but it seems that because it has been a bit of a fashion, so they made the name with this, but sometimes they are making the full instrument, and I think now that they feel that pressure, they will make more and more full instrument. But all the past 15 years, we know. But one other problem, that's why I was asking for, I was thinking about this making a label. It's as well with this scanner and printing arching, because this is the beginning of the end of this golden age of making, is this, because you have some really good copy maker that I'm a huge fan, who start to play with this machine. For him, I understand in a way, because he spent so much time on the antiquing, and he's really about, I want to make the best copy ever. It's not my philosophy, but the problem with this is if the top makers use this, when the factory will start to print it as well, we will have nothing to defend. I mean, It's
Exactly.
about the making is about the interpretation, about the mistake you're doing, about personality. If a musician is ready to spend 20,000 or more on an instrument,
Yeah.
he wants to have an artist.
Yeah, it's like also.
Otherwise, they lose the philosophy of it, because if the whole woodwork is made by machine because you want to spend more time on the antiquing,
Yeah.
you make your art is making the fake part of the instrument,
Exactly.
and the real part
Exactly.
is fake. So everything is, and this is a philosophical problem that they shouldn't do, and you have to teach new generation, because it's easy to make a machine, they don't make mistake.
Yeah,
But you
it's
lose everything.
beautifully put. It's like using the analogy of the karate teacher that take the water from the well, you know. And a student tell me, hey, I can bring you a machine from my country that can take the water automatically from the well, so you don't have to do it. And the teacher says, yeah, but who gives me the joy of taking the water from the well? And that leads me to the next question. After speaking about this horrible shit that we have covered, how does it feel to work with your hands and to be in touch with the material, with the sound, with the wood, and searching for something good for somebody else?
That is the main point, because we are in a we're in a critical history point. We all feel it. As an Occidental person, I feel really happy to be able to win money by doing craftsmanship, because in Occident, most of the people now are studying to make some services, some advising, some psychological things, many things, but they are not confronted with reality. So for me,
Confronted with it.
confronted. For me, it gives me boundaries, because I know that, so mental health, because I know that if I cut something too small, it's too small. I have an answer, you know.
Yeah.
If other work, other job is about interpretation, or maybe.
I was not recording for for a while. Shit, everything was going so well, and we had a laughter. I was saying, like, we were talking about. I don't want to abuse your time. I'm gonna make a
No.
synthesis. Yes, we were talking about sound adjustment and how some students sometimes go to the violin maker to solve problems that they have musically because they cannot adapt. And you said that sometimes it's also a problem of the instrument. And the important fact is to know one is one thing and one is the other thing. Yeah. So I was telling this anecdote when Stefan Balchuhar, which is head adjuster of Tarisi, I don't know if he still is, I don't know. He was constantly being visited by Glenn Dicterow because Glenn he was worried always about the sound and this is not good, and that he told him like he has a special piece of wood for him that it was going to solve all his problems. He told him to not look inside, just to play. And when he played, it was like, wow, this is fantastic. What is this? What is this amazing wood that you put? And it was a pencil, hexagonal pencil that he carved and put inside the violin. He was like, man, so you see, the moral of the story is don't bother me with shit. Your violin is fine. You are not fine in there. I wanted to ask you, it was much funnier before, of course, because this is second fucking time I'm telling the story. Thank you for contributing with your laughter. A very important question. What is the difference between volume and sound projection? I want to know from your point of view, because I'll tell you the mine.
I would say, I mean, we are not scientists, but I would say when you say this, because most of the problem between musician and luthier and between everyone together is the vocabulary, the word. But what I feel what you ask is, I would say the difference is the density. So, for example, I already went to a blind test, and I had some instrument. I listened some instrument that even from far, I could probably say the volume was good, was reaching my ear and everything, but somehow I didn't have the impact in my body, you know.
All right.
I didn't feel this. It was like everything was good, but it didn't take my body with me. So that would say that's a volume,
Volume.
but the density is really it compress
The projection. The projection.
yeah, the projection, yeah, the impact is good. It doesn't go through you like a ghost. It's just touch you.
All right. I think we have the similar approach. The way I like to describe it is like volume is from here to here.
Mhm.
And projection is the ability or the capacity of the instrument to resonate with elements of the whole.
Yeah,
Could that be a good definition?
but it's close to what I say. But when I say density and impact you, it's yeah, you it take the rest of the room, the resonance, it make it vibrated.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, I would
Because
say this.
you yourself have worked with a sound engineer. And I remember in our we were dining in a bistro in
Mhm.
Lyon when I visited you, and you told me the story was like she told you that to put the bridge a little bit more here, a little bit more there, it didn't make any difference on the sound
Yeah, I mean,
from a sound engineer point of view.
yeah. So you know, we have this fashion. I would have some trouble here if violin makers listen what I would say, but there is a fashion. American did a lot of research on the instrument, you know, with some hammer on the bridge and all this technical thing.
Joseph Cartin, all these people.
Yeah, and I went to America to see the conference, and first 5 minutes of the conference, I understood that he shows some different results between the Del Gesù, a Strad, and everything, and all the instruments were different. So I say, yeah, well, it's not there. It's like they want to solve some how to say
Some gold
they want to
standard.
no they want to solve some a flu with atomic research, but you have better way to do it.
A flu, you said?
In grippe,
A virus.
a virus, a small
Yeah.
virus with atomic research. But the answer for me is not there. I'm more old-fashioned, and I've like a grandma, and put a bit of herb on some water and drink it and wait. But the thing is, they have too many data, and they are not able to interpret it, and they are not. They have some good stuff, to be
Yeah.
honest, but they are not the main one for me. And of course, everyone wants to find the secrets. So
Yeah.
I was criticized this a lot. So one day they made a workshop, and I had to go before I open my mouth, even if I already did. And then I talk with people. And after at lunchtime, she just for fun, she just say, "Yeah, musicians are crazy." One time we had some measurement on an instrument, and the player, when he take back the instrument, when he tried, he said that it was not same sound as before. And they look at it, and because of the armor thing, it moves a little the bridge, and he lost something. And because they were only engineer and not violin makers there, they just laughed because they did the measurement with the different position of the bridge and
Yeah.
said there is no difference on our machine, so you are crazy. And
Yeah.
that was funny because many makers which were really into this thing, they just realized when she said that, she said, they asked, but you mean that if you move the bridge or something, it doesn't change on your machine? I say, yeah, it's just fantasy you have.
Not
And we
fantasy
all
because
know.
the
We all
musician
know.
noticed
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah. and we as well. So they just figured out, oh, it's like to judge a table, you just
It's
take
not the same business. It's not the same
you
machine.
just take the I mean, it's nothing about the pitch. I mean, the pitch can give you some indication of on the thing, but it's like selling a table and you give him the harmonic data of this table. The thing is about harmony and then how to say, inertia force.
Inertia force.
It's inertia. It's the main thing. So if you have heavy stuff, it has to be able to move easily. If you have light stuff, it has to be able to keep a bit of energy. So
yeah,
it's a balance. So this special, we did some acoustic blind test, and we were 20 in the room, and only 3 people were able to see which violin was which one.
Yeah.
So the scientists say we can say that we cannot recognize instrument because only 3 people. And I say, well, 3 people can because we have the knowledge.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so it's fantasy. And I say, well, it's the same as wine. If you don't listen to people who understand,
great point.
And you don't take it seriously, you miss in 2 or 3 things. Because if I understand a good musician, and I can give him the tool he need,
yeah,
of course he will make a better concert. Of course, so a lot of people in concert will not see the difference, but the inspiration you will give to the artist will give him much more possibility.
Of
and
course.
And I said to her, because she was talking about is
yeah, scale, a great scale.
Yeah, and 10 people a bowl of rice.
Yeah,
with different weight of the rice. If on 10 people only 3 people can say there is more rice on this and less one, we can say we cannot see the difference. But the problem is, I say, yeah, well, philosophically, cook the rice and make everyone eat.
Eat the rice, exactly.
One day, one will feel full, and otherwise still need a bit of...
Need more. Exactly, very good point.
And this is philosophic point of view, because when you go out of the concert, I mean, concert, there is something magical,
Yeah, obviously.
Even sometimes, I mean, when you're in the classical music, it's difficult because most of the time concert you judge, but some people, even the second before the play, that the concert will be amazing. I mean, you already,
of course,
there something is happening. So,
but you have to be in the state of mind to listen. Also, this is. But I think what you're trying to say very simplistically is like science doesn't really explain everything.
It gives some things, some data, but it can make you lost.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not the most religious person that believes in magic, but I understand that science only goes in music to a certain point, because what you say about a concert, it has to be, how are you? Are you comfortable? Are you willing to listen? Are you sad? It's gonna be the energy of what are you listening gonna match your feelings right now? There is so many filters and so many elements for these things. I'm happy that we are talking about this.
I mean, same as if you listen a swimmer, Olympic swimmer.
Yeah.
If a scientist can give you the temperature of the water, what is inside the water, the shape of the guy and everything, but the swimmer will tell you, if I go too strong in the water, I go through the water, doesn't help. If I go too slow, it doesn't help as well, but I find a way that somehow I can put my hand on the water, and it's like I push a wall, Yeah. And this, for the moment, scientists cannot, and they don't really. I mean, science, we know how to say?
They are pretty
It's difficult.
obtuse.
Sometimes they're a bit too much arrogant because the protocol they follow is good. It's better than no science,
Yeah.
but it missed something. Uh, so yeah, it's in between the fantasy and science. There is something difficult to
To
stay.
measure and to
Yeah,
state.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Absolutely agree. You recommend me a very great maker, Fabian, right?
Hmm.
Because I couldn't get instrument for you, so I called Fabian, and he sent me the instrument in my house, and I played it, and I said, "Man, fuck!" I buy it immediately. What the fuck is that? It was unbelievable instrument, and I call a colleague of mine because a student of his is searching for a violin, and this guy is Russian. Okay, it's important to the story. So I go to him and with a bunch of violins, and he's like, he he's selecting kind of, and the girl is playing. The girl is okay, and so he looks at the violin and he says, "Oh, it's 2016. It's pretty new, but it means that the instrument is already settled." If the etiquette of the instrument, he loved the instrument,
Mm.
but if the etiquette of the instrument will be 2025 or 6, I don't know which year we are, he wouldn't have, the student wouldn't have bought the instrument. So, because in some minds still, it's like you have to have old instrument with old wood,
Mm.
cut from a Russian boat, whatever, and it's kind of crazy that we still have this, and they are worried that when you play something that sounds really
Ah,
great,
I,
it's not gonna sound in 1 year.
I'm I don't think it's crazy because you can make mistakes. I mean, some instruments really lose something after years, depending on how you build it. So
But
if you don't
but
know the
if we are
name, it's
talking, if
smart.
no, but if you are playing, I mean, if the violin is from somebody which 20 years, 25 years experience, reputed violin maker, is that really
Yeah, of
matters?
course. No, no, but if you don't know the name, I mean, I know some maker that had a good reputation for many years, and the good reputation was because every time he was surprising the fresh people. But if you ask the old musician, they say, no, no, don't buy it. So
I think I know who you're talking about.
it's tricky. No, no, I think it's smart to. I would feel more safe as well to know that
That
the instrument passed several years. But
yes,
of
okay,
course,
fair enough.
yeah.
Because sometimes I have to. Sometimes I mean, most of the time when I get new instruments, they are new because the the people that I
Yeah,
buy the instruments to, they have commands all the time.
yeah,
So this was really rare that this guy had an instrument from 2016 because the guy,
yeah.
an old,
Sometimes it happens. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I was lucky to have, but normally I have violins from this period, and I
yeah.
never had
Uh,
a horrible surprise like this.
yeah, most of the time now we don't make crazy mistakes. Yeah, it's more or less safe. And when a dealer work with some people with recommendation, he
Yeah.
already have the big picture of the maker. He knows that I saw the instrument 5 years ago, is still happy, so I have the answer. So yeah,
But and also there should be compromise from the maker to try to make the thing good and to take care of the adjustments and eventually if the violin goes to crap to make a new one. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean. Now it's more about sound adjustment. A collapsing instrument, it's kind of rare, but it could happen because we always make the same circle of mistake because we try to push and well, yeah.
All right, David. It has been intense. I don't know if we lost the best part of our conversation. I think not. I think we did
Still have some cool stuff.
still have some cool stuff for the people to learn and to understand from the people that are really skillful like yourself. I think I want to have also some interviews with musicians. Maybe I want to call Robbie. I want to maybe
Oh,
Verico Tsumburitse, some people that I know, people that I admire, and I think that they have a view that the people should know, because sometimes we as teachers or violin makers, we talk too much about general stuff, politically correct, but we don't talk to the people with the real. And I like to be real with people. I try now not to be offensive, because sometimes the truth is not enough. You have to you can hurt some people. You have to adapt the truth to that's something that they can use and build something from. So maybe this is a thing, and you are the first one. Who knows? Maybe I'm the Joe Rogan of the musicians, and I teach you how to make punches and stuff.
I don't need punch for the moment. Let's see
No,
in the future.
maybe a
No,
fruit,
no.
maybe a fruit punch.
Yeah. My God.
Thank you very much, Davido. Thank you so
It's a
much. I
pleasure.
cannot believe to tell you.
Thanks to you.